If you want to improve your spoken English, then you have to hang out with right people. This video is part of a series where I'm filming them outdoors intentionally to get rid of my fear of recording videos in public spaces. And if you are here for the first time, my name is Roshan and I have been learning and teaching English for over past 4 years now. And if you want to learn spoken English from zero, then you can approach me on my number. I provide online spoken English classes. So if you are interested to learn, then reach out to me there. In our country, reading is mostly related with or associated with passing an exam. And with the access of internet and a lot of short media available on the internet, people are completely avoiding reading. But I genuinely believe that if your goal is to improve spoken English, then I think you should add the habit of reading in your daily routine. Now, if you're wondering what's the connection between reading a book and becoming fluent, then there are way too many connections. First of all, your vocabulary expands. You are able to understand grammar naturally, your comprehension improves, you get familiar with different kinds of sentence structures, and also if you are reading right kinds of books, it can also help you to improve your pronunciation. So for a beginner and intermediate level speakers, choosing the right kind of book is very important. The book I am talking about today is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. And I honestly think that I am reading all those books which I should have read as a teenager, but not having any kind of reading culture or access to these books, I completely missed them. And instead of books, I had access to a lot of movies. So as a kid, I used to watch a lot of films. And I remember watching the first Hunger Games, but honestly, I have no idea what was the film about. So when I was reading this, it was a completely new experience. So the story is set into a dystopian country called Panem or Panem. And there is this capital which rules over these 12 districts. And every year, this government holds a reality TV show called The Hunger Games, where they select 2 people from each district and they have to kill each other. Only one person survives and that person is the winner of the game. And if you are somebody who is interested in reality TV shows like Big Boss, then you have a kind of idea how people fight. But imagine a Big Boss where everybody is trying to kill each other. And why I think this is very good for English learners, because the story is narrated by the point of view of our main character, Katniss, and we get to experience the story from her point of view. And it feels like she is talking to us. So that's why the language is very easy to understand. So even if you are somebody who has never read a book before, the language is very simple to understand. The writing is very simple and descriptive, so you are able to imagine everything clearly. And I think this book is also a reminder for a lot of people who think that they have to learn fancy English words. If you are able to speak simple English and understand simple English, you just have to add a little bit of description. And that's the whole point of this story, that you are able to imagine everything clearly. And it is very quick-paced story, so you are moving from one page to another in no time. Now, there are not many characters in the book. Like there are, but the book mostly follows the point of view of our main character, Katniss. So the whole story is revolving around her. There is Gale, who is hunting partner, her family members, mother, sister, and then there is Peeta, who is one of my favorite characters from this book, and he's very likable. Then there is Hamish, whom we get to know. So because of having limited number of characters, you are able to understand their point of view. And for a beginner, that is a good thing, because when you start reading a book and there are many names that you are not able to recall and think, then you lose interest. But just imagine if somebody is narrating a story to you, like Roshan, like Katniss, so you are able to stay in the story. Now on the surface, it is a story about survival, but as you read it, you realize that how deeply disturbing it is and how relevant this book is. It is about media manipulation, fear as a tool in politics, inequality between rich and poor, and in general, power and control. Now, personally, why did I pick up this book to read? It's because I was looking for something easy to read. I had heard a lot of things about it, and also the movies are really popular. So instead of watching the films, I ordered this book, and there is a funny story. So there are total 4 books in this series and the covers are really similar. Everywhere the name is written simply The Hunger Games. So I got confused with the names and I picked up the 3rd book. When I was reading that, I found it very difficult to understand. And I was thinking, I have heard that the language is very simple, so why I am not able to understand it? But I knew that something was wrong. But I was already some 20 pages in and I thought, you know what, let me check the cover. And I realized that I was reading the 3rd book. Then I got worried that what if I have spoiled a lot of things. But luckily, I'm not good with names, so I try to forget, but I would say I was spoiled a little bit. And once I picked up the first book, I wasn't able to put it down. The story was so smooth, very easy to understand. I finished this under 10 days. So I highly recommend it, not just to learn spoken English, but in general if you are trying to get into the habit of reading. And in the next video, I'll show you guys exactly how you can use book like this to improve your spoken English. And if you have watched this far, I assume that you are somebody who is into language learning. So if you need any additional help, you can approach me on my number. As I mentioned earlier that I provide online spoken English classes, so we can start learning together. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and share this video with somebody who is into spoken English learning. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.